Hello students, today we'll start with the chapter How do organisms reproduce? We have done with so many life processes which are present in the living organisms, and most of these life processes are essential for survival of the living organisms like nutrition, respiration, excretion. They are the essential life processes. Reproduction is also life process which is not necessary for the survival of the living organisms, but it is required for continuation of the life. Now reproduction, it means re plus production. Re means again, production means giving birth. Now the process by which the new generation of young ones which are similar to the parents or which are similar to the grown up individuals, that is what is called reproduction. That is the process by which new individuals of the same species are produced by existing organisms or parents. So as I have told that it is not essential, then what is the need for reproduction, or what is the importance of reproduction? Now reproduction means when the mature parent or grown up parent is producing its own child. So it is required for continuation of life. That is, if reproduction doesn't take place, the organism will not be dying because it is not essential, but the life will not be continuing. So to prevent the extinction of the particular species, the continuation of the life, reproduction is very important. Secondly, it is required for replacement of the dead individuals. Like the organisms, when they take birth, they live, and after that they die. Now the organisms which are dead, they are to be replaced with the new, and that is what will be done by the newly produced organisms by reproduction. Reproduction helps in the introduction and transfer of variations. That is what we will be discussing little bit in the later part, that the organisms which are produced, they are similar to their parents, but they are not exact copies of their parents. There are certain changes, variations that takes place during the process of reproduction, and that is what leads to evolution also, changes also, and it is what is leading to the survival of the living organisms too. Reproduction helps in continuation of a particular species, perpetuation of a particular species. Okay, so that is why it is very essential for the living organism to produce their own type, so that they ensure the continuation of the life. Okay. Now whenever a living organism reproduces, it is capable of producing the offspring of the same type. Now how they are able to produce that offspring of the same type, or what happens during the process of reproduction, what is taking place? So basic feature of reproduction is replication of DNA, copying of the DNA. So that is what we will be discussing, what is DNA and where it is present. Okay. Secondly, reproduction helps in growth and differentiation of the cellular machinery. There is growth of the along with DNA, there is growth of the other cellular machinery also, growth and differentiation of the living organism. Then it is involving cell division, that is for reproduction, for growth there is division of the cell also. The cell divides and it makes its copies. Okay. Then development of special reproductive structures and formation of new individuals. At last what we will be getting are the new individuals, and during this process there are different types of the reproductive structures also which are being formed. Okay. Now the information by which the new individuals are formed, now where it is present and how the living organisms, they are able to copy this information and pass this information to the next generation. Okay. So we all know that in a eukaryotic cell, it is having a nucleus, well defined nucleus is present, and this nucleus is having what we call as the genetic material or chromatin. This chromatin which is present inside the cell, it during the cell division, it is visible in the form of chromosomes which are having distinct chromatids joined together. So these chromosomes, they contain what we call as the functional unit or genes being present on it, and chemically this chromosome, they are made up of deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA. Now DNA, it is the blueprint of the life, or we can say it is the information source. It contains the hereditary information and is required not only for building and running cellular machinery, but it is also needed for organization of the cell into tissues, tissues into organs, organs into organ systems, and organ system into whole organism. So all that information, all that heredity information, it is present on the DNA. So we can say that DNA, it is functioning as a master copy. Okay, so it is the master copy, it is having the information, it is having the genes, and this information is stored here, and it is the blueprint of the life. It is the information source. Now this DNA normally, which is present inside the nucleus, during the cell division, this DNA will replicate. Now replication of the DNA means that the DNA will be copying itself. Okay, there will be copying of the DNA. The DNA will be replicating and it will be making two copies, okay, which will remain attached to one another in the form of two chromatids of the chromosome. Now as the cellular machinery also grows, because the DNA and the chromosome alone cannot maintain the life processes, other cellular machinery is also required. So that will also be copying itself, that is also will be growing, and the DNA will be replicated. So at the time of cell division, these chromatids will separate from one another. After copying, they will be separating from one another, and then they will be going into the two daughter cells. Now these two daughter cells, what are being formed? That is the single cell, it is having this one, there is the replication of this DNA, and then this DNA along with the cellular machinery which will be dividing, it will be going, and there will be chromosomes which will be going to both the daughter cells, and two daughter cells are formed. Now these two daughter cells which are formed, they are expected to be having the same type of the DNA which is present in the parent cell. They should be replica of the parent, but it is not always possible that they will be exactly same as that was present in the parent cell, because the copying or replication of the DNA, it involves so many biochemical activities, and during those reactions, during those biochemical activities, there may be chances of certain type of the, can say certain things that will not be exactly same. There may be certain mistakes, there may be certain changes. So due to that, the DNA which is formed, it is not identical to the original. It will have so many similarities to the parent, but it will not be identical. There will be certain changes. Now these changes which are there, they are called the mutations, and these changes, they lead to variations. The changes which are there during the copying, during crossing over, or during the processes of the cellular machinery being formed, they will be leading to the variations which will be there. Now these DNA, they will be coding for the proteins, and the proteins which are formed, they will be deciding the body design and the functioning of the body. Now the organisms which are having the same type of the proteins, they will be belonging to the same, closely related they will be, and those which will be having different proteins, they will be different from one another. Okay, so the copying of the DNA, the formation of the protein, that is what is ensuring the similar type of genetic or hereditary information being moving from the parent to the offspring, and this is what will be leading to the changes also during copying, and that process which is being formed, they will be leading to the variations also, and these variations are required for the evolutionary purposes and for the proper survival of the living organisms. Okay, so variations are the changes, and these variations or the changes which are taking place during the process of reproduction, then why these changes takes place? There can be variations which are useful, there can be variations which are harmful. Okay, now why these variations takes place? Maybe due to faulty DNA replication. If during the formation of or replication of the DNA there is any change, there is any fault, then it will be leading to the change. That can be due to crossing over. When crossing over takes place, mixing of the characters takes place, then also the variations will be there. These variations can be due to chance separation of chromosomes during meiosis or chance combination of the genes during fertilization. That is, during separation, during the combination, certain changes may take place. Okay, so these are what will be leading to variations. So these variations can be useful, which will be helping in survival, but these variations can be harmful also. Okay, so if these variations are harmful, or if these variations which are taking place are leading to some of the alterations, then they may lead to death of the cell. Okay, see, if we do that, certain organisms, a population of the organisms, they are living in a particular habitat, and this is what is the habitat which is best suited for that particular organism. Okay, they are able to live properly in this environment, but if due to certain environmental changes there is change in this habitat, for example, say certain bacteria, they are living in this particular condition, and the temperature which is present here, it is most optimum temperature where the bacteria are reproducing and surviving properly. But due to certain changes in the environment, there is a rise in temperature of that particular environment, and that increased temperature is not now suitable for the survival of bacteria. So what will happen? Most of the bacteria, they will be killed due to this increase in temperature. Say due to global warming or due to any other condition, the temperature is rising. So what will happen? That will be leading to death of the bacteria. But now if the bacterial DNA will undergo certain changes and there are variations, and few are able to survive due to the change in the DNA, they are able to tolerate this increased temperature, this high temperature, and those variations has lead to their survival in this particular increased temperature. So they have made them heat resistant or resistant to heat, and they are able to grow and they are able to survive. So it means that those variations are useful and they have led to the survival of the bacteria. Okay? So variations are useful also, that are leading to the survival, and harmful also, that may lead to death of the organism. Okay? Now what is importance of variation? They will be, the variation will be leading to individuality of that particular organism. It will be helping in the struggle for existence, survival of the fittest, the struggle for existence. It is leading to improvement of the varieties. The changes that will be taking place, they will improve the varieties. It leads to evolution, that is the changes, gradual changes which are taking place, and it is helping in pre-adaptations. Okay? When the organisms, they are adapting, changing environmental conditions are there, they are changing themselves and they are making them fit to survive in that particular changing environmental conditions. Okay? So variations are very important. especially the useful variations which are leading to the survival of the living organism. This we will be discussing with one more example also, that how variations work for survival of a particular species. Okay, so this is an example of grey peppered moth which were found in the industrial regions of England. Okay, these moths were very well adapted to the environmental conditions. They were living on the trees, the tree trunks which were covered with the growth of the lichens. Okay, so this growth of the lichens, it was giving a light background, and on this light background the grey colored moths, okay, light grey colored moths which were present, they were exactly similar, matching with their environment, and due to that they were not picked up by their predator birds. So as they were matching with this one, they were not picked, so they were surviving due to this one. Now due to industrial revolution, due to smoke, due to pollution, what happened? Slowly this growth of the lichens, or these lichens were killed. Due to smoke, due to pollution, these lichens were killed. So as all the lichens disappeared, the background, it becomes dark. Okay, here the background due to growth of lichen was light, so background it became dark, and on that dark background these grey peppered moth were easily visible, and they were easily picked up by the predators. Okay, so that is what was affecting their population. So slowly what happened? Changes took place in these grey colored moths, and these grey colored moths were converted into dark colored moths. Okay, as the background is now dark, then this one also, these moths, they also become dark colored, and this was also dark. Okay, so due to variations in the genes, due to variations, the grey colored moths were converted into dark colored moths, and then they were able to survive. Okay, so this is what the variation is giving, the survival benefit to the living organisms. That is what we have discussed with two examples, one of the bacteria and one of this grey peppered moth. Okay, so variations, they are leading to survival of the species in the adverse conditions, and it is leading to evolution too. So this is what is the introduction of the reproduction which is essential for continuity of life, and which is leading to variations which are required for the survival or the existence of the living organisms. Thank you.